The next thing that's going to happen is you're going to have your home inspected. Most areas allow for homes to be inspected, and depending on the time frames or the different ways that your state allows for inspections will determine exactly, how you go about that. I can tell you in Texas how it works. We have what's called an option period. You pay for those days to take the home off the market. With that option, you can have inspectors go out, you can do, whatever you need to do. And in that time period, let's say you paid $100 for 10 days and you paid an inspector to go out and inspect the home. What you're looking for is major items, things that you're not comfortable with buying that home if you were to purchase it. And you're not going to say things like, oh, I need new carpet, because clearly you've already been in the house and you already know if the house needs carpet. But if an inspector comes in and says, oh, that roof needs help, the electrical plugs in this one room doesn't work, or you have reverse polarity in these electrical outlets. But those are things that you want to take a look at once you get your inspection report and say, hey, this is what I need help with. And then you have some options. You can either ask for specific things to get taken care of, ask for money off of the contract and renegotiate the price a little bit, or you can even walk away from the contract and get your earnest money back. You wouldn't get your option money back, but you would get your earnest money back. Now, the seller also has options. Assuming you didn't walk away from the contract and terminate, they can either choose to repair the items that you're asking or take the money off, or basically say, I'm not going to do anything. If they choose to do some of the items or none of your items, then you have a choice at that point to either walk away from the contract and get your earnest money back, or move forward and accept the things that the seller has offered you. It's all a little bit of a negotiation at that point. But once you get past your inspection period, then you're going to have your home appraised. We're going to call the lender and say, send out the appraiser. So far, you've had been with the lender and they've pulled your credit. You've put down earnest money. In the state of Texas, you've put down an option money. You've paid for an inspector. Now everything's cleared and moving to the next step. Now we're going to pay for an appraisal. So depending on the area, the type of loan that you're getting will determine how much your appraisal is. And that's a lender question that you need to ask them, is approximately how much am I going to need to pay for that appraisal on the home? And the great thing about an appraiser is that you're never going to overpay for the property. You see, the lender's looking for three things. They're looking to know that you have a good job, that you have good credit, and that the home that you're purchasing, the asset that they're lending money to you with, is worth what it is, what you're paying for it. So if you're buying a $200,000 home and the home appraises for $200,000, then you know that you're getting a great deal. If the home only appraises for $195,000, the bank's going to come back and say, I'm sorry, but the house only appraised for $195,000. And then you have choices. You can either come back and renegotiate the price again and say, I'm sorry, but the bank's not going to loan on a $200,000 home. They're only going to loan on a $195,000 home. And then the seller has the choice of either renegotiating the price with you or saying, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And you can either bring the difference to close, or you can walk away from the contract and get your earnest money back. Usually before you even go into a contract, the realtor is going to do a market analysis and kind of tell you where the house is going to go so that you're comfortable with investing your time and energy into a home that you want to buy.